Sometimes I think I should listen to my own advice, but honestly, this is not a therapy session, so let's move on from that really quickly. Hey, welcome to my video. If you're from my Instagram, I love you. And if you're not from my Instagram, love you all the same. Welcome to another Invisalign update. Now, this one comes a little earlier than anticipated. Like I told you in the last update, which you can watch here, I honestly didn't think I was gonna film this one so soon after my regular checkup because I didn't think there was gonna be much to update you on, to be fair. But there's been a major development, so here we are again. Now, one little disclaimer before we begin is that I'm not a dentist, I am not an orthodontist, I am not a professional of any kind. I'm just a regular girl. I'm here to tell you my story, my experience. If you, however, have some actual questions, I think you should consult a professional and not a random girl on the internet. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so girl, if you're not caught up at this point, I don't know what to tell you, but we're gonna start here. So quick little recap. I'm now on my third set of aligners, and this is gonna be my final set, which I was supposed to finish, I think somewhere around the middle of November, if I'm not mistaken. And then at one point, things started moving along quicker and they moved up my date because in this third set, I started off wearing my aligners for 2 weeks each. So I'd switch them out every 14 days and then I got on to 10 days. And now I'm here happy to report that they have once again moved up my date. So let's get into it. However, right now I have to reel in my excitement a little bit and tell you what else happened at the checkup first. So I guess I should go in order. So if you remember in the last update, and honestly in a bunch of updates, I talk about this one specific Invisalign hook because, and this is a side note, just if you're not aware, I also wear elastics with my aligners. Well, not right now. Now I'm not wearing anything, but you get the point. And I wear one elastic on this side, two on this side, and then one across. Now, from what I was told, you're supposed to wear your elastics all at the same time. You're not really supposed to wear elastics on your left side if you're not wearing the right side because it all has to be balanced out. And so I was doing that, obviously. And when I turned to the side, I had quite a big gap in my teeth in my side profile. And now that has gotten increasingly better because of the elastics, because I've been doing my best to wear them just as much as I do wear the aligners, which is 20 to 22 hours a day. Now, this is stuff you already know if you watched any of the other updates, but here comes the good part for you and the bad part for me, I guess. I attach the elastics to hooks that I have on my teeth, not my aligners, my teeth. And one of these hooks on the right side of my face has been giving me trouble ever since they put it in my mouth. And during every regular checkup, I had to go get it fixed, okay? Every single checkup, and also a few times in between checkups, because if there's a problem with your hook, you're supposed to go to the office, call them, and get that fixed as soon as possible. So that's what I was doing. And honestly, I have kind of given up at this point, and I'll tell you why, because this happened at my last appointment too. I was supposed to get this hook fixed and they did fix it for me. This time they fixed it by creating a little cut in hopes that the elastic would have something to grip onto, you know? And this is also how they fixed it a few times beforehand, but they have also tried different methods of fixing it. For example, they also tried elongating the hook, and honestly, that lasted about 3 days total, I think, before my problem got back to square one. And so I really don't think there's much they can do, especially because, and this is interesting and I have been debating this for so long, I don't know why this keeps happening to just that one specific hook because all of the other ones in my mouth are fine. And when I was at this appointment, this last one, I told that to my technician because I know he's also sick of fixing this thing for me every single time I call. And the only thing he said was, well, clearly something is not agreeing with it. And I was just kind of defeated. And so I just said, yeah, I let him fix it and I didn't have much hope. And you know what? Honestly, I was right because the exact same night, okay, that same night, not even 1 day passed, the same thing started happening again. And I do have to give a little disclaimer here. This does only happen at night pretty much. If I wear my elastics during the day, all of them are fine. None of them snap off. Neither does this one. But at night, for some reason, this one flies out of my mouth completely. And I know that I'm a jaw grinder, I'm a teeth grinder. So I have been theorizing that maybe perhaps that's why, but also again, nothing else is the problem. It's just this specific one. So I really don't know. It just might be the bad apple of the bunch or however that expression goes. But anyway, got it fixed again. Didn't even last a full day again. And then I had to call the office again. And now in a few days, I'm going back to get it fixed. But yeah, that honestly, the update with that is that I have kind of given up. I pretty much feel like the elastics have done what needed to be done. And honestly, at this point, I think that I'm gonna be done with everything before we actually get to the root cause and resolution of this problem. So I have given up. But if you're on this journey too, don't listen to me. Don't give up. Wear your elastics as much as you're supposed to. If something is wrong, call your office, go there. I'm constantly there at this point. And don't lose hope because you know why you're on this path, okay? Sometimes I think I should listen to my own advice, but honestly, this is not a therapy session, so let's move on from that really quickly. So anyway, after he fixed that, he again took a look at my teeth, took a look at my dental plan, took a look at some before and after photos, asked me how I feel about the whole thing. And honestly, I told him that at this point, I'm noticing fewer and fewer changes, but I'm overall happy, excited. Everything for the most part looks kind of like I imagined it. And like I said, we fixed the gap in my teeth and my bite is significantly better now as well. So I'm overall happy and pretty much ready to be done by this point. After reviewing all the material, he definitely agreed, and that's why he moved my date up again. So now for all you mathematicians, we went from 14 days and then to 10 days, and now we're on to... That was a really bad drum roll, but 7 days. So I'm back to switching out my aligners and changing them up every week. And honestly, if you watched my updates in the beginning, that was a breeze. That was not a problem at all. And I'm very happy about that because 7 days is such a short time and your aligners don't even stain. They don't get nasty at all. So I love that for me. And right now, as we speak, I am on aligner number 17. So essentially, we only have 3 more to go. I went into the office with aligner number 16 and I had just put it in, I believe, a few nights before then. And he told me that I should already start wearing that one for a week and then all the rest ones as well. And we're on our way to scheduling one of the final appointments. We're really in the last stretch now because at some point in September, I'm going back over there and they're gonna fit me for this wire that I'm gonna have to wear forever if I'm understanding correctly. And it's gonna be on the back of my bottom teeth. And the reason for that wire, by the way, is because your teeth allegedly move your whole life. And if they don't put that there, then you have an actual chance of your teeth moving and returning to exactly where they were. So we would have done all of this for nothing. And I said, no, ma'am, we're not going to do that. So obviously I'm going to get fitted for the wire next time, I believe. And then the time after that is probably going to be the final time where we're going to be taking out the hooks, the aligners, and just doing the finishing final touches. And so yeah, that's what's waiting for me. It's all very exciting. I'm not quite sure exactly when because I'm going on vacation in September and they can't see me before a certain date. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But I do think there'll be at least 2 more updates up for you before we wrap up this entire saga. Obviously, if you watched any of these earlier, you know that I've been kind of saying that my future plans are basically just to also get my teeth professionally whitened. And that I have done before. Now, not professionally, but I have whitened my own teeth at home. But it doesn't last very long for me. I don't know, my teeth just naturally stain quick, I guess, which is kind of weird because I don't drink coffee almost ever. I really rarely even drink teas and I don't smoke. But anyways, that's just how it is. So I'm curious as to see how everything will turn out if I get them professionally whitened. Ooh, and actually, if you guys could comment if that's something that you had done and let me know how it went. Let me know if your teeth are really sensitive afterwards, by the way, because I've heard that happens too. Just let me know anything you can. I would be really appreciative if you could. And I also need to talk to my dentist and orthodontist about what I should do with one of my front teeth because this one right here, it's a crown, it's a fake tooth. I had to get it because I had an injury when I was little, chipped my tooth really bad and then it got affected and all this stuff. I had a bunch of complications. So then they put in a crown, which is fine. However, now with this Invisalign treatment business, the tooth right next to it, which is natural, has dropped down and is a little lower now. And so they don't quite match. You really can't see that unless you're super up close and personal to me. But I do like the look of the longer natural tooth better. So now I don't know if we're gonna add on to this crown, if that's even possible, or if they're gonna get a new crown fitted and made and put in. I personally don't have preferences nor the knowledge to have a preference. I just know what I have and I know what I want. So that's all that I'm gonna tell my beautiful professionals and let them figure the rest out. And whatever they say, I'm obviously gonna be updating you. But yeah, I think that's it for today. You know, I honestly thought this was gonna be a short video, but as always, I am a yapper. And I also do like to recap a little bit just in case you missed some of the updates. But that's kind of it for today. The main thing being that I'm finally gonna be done with this set probably mid-September, and whatever happens surrounding setting my teeth before and after that, I will definitely let you know. Do let me know if you have any questions, if there's something that I didn't cover and maybe you want to know about. But again, I'm not a doctor and this is not really reliable information. I can only tell you my experience and my understanding. And now, if you made it this far, thank you so much. And if you liked this video, then please consider liking, commenting, maybe even subscribing. And I will definitely see you guys in my next one. Bye!